You've probably heard from sales training or books that you've read or even an old master at selling that you've talked to that one of the most important tools in your kit bag is asking great questions. However, they can also be your worst enemy if the customer doesn't have a context for why you would be asking a lot of qualifying questions about their business. A simple step that you can take to make sure that the questioning phase of your meeting makes sense for the customer is to help them understand why you would want to ask questions about their business. So let's backtrack a little bit as to what type of discussion you might want to have with them before you start the questions. It's something that we call a value hypothesis, and that is to say, Mr. Brown, one of the reasons why we're meeting today is that your company fits into the category of companies that we have helped in the past. It might be that you're from a slightly different industry to companies that we've worked with in the past, but the issues that you face are very, very similar or exactly the same. I'd like to talk to you about a customer that had some issues similar to yours. They were the same size as your company, they were growing at the same speed, or they were facing growth challenges, or they had inefficiencies in their factory, or they had problems hiring the right staff. Whatever it is that is a common problem that you know this company would likely face, that is something that your company solves. So you talk to them about, I don't really know if my company has all the answers for you, but since we're here together, I'd like to talk to you about where we've helped other companies in the past. You let me know if it's relevant for what you're looking for right now. And if we agree that there's ground for moving forward, then I'd like to ask you some questions to help me understand your business a little bit more so that we can be absolutely sure that we're on the same page and that there's a foundation for us to have further discussions. Now, that's an interesting step for a salesperson to take, and that's why we call it a value hypothesis. Instead of launching into a presentation about why your products and services are so awesome and telling them how you're going to change their world, which would be a full-blown presentation, pitch, proposal type of meeting, you're saying there's a preliminary step to that. I don't know right now if my company has all the answers for you. In order to know for sure and have a value proposition for you, I need to know a little bit more information. But before I earn the right to ask for that information, I'm going to put out something that's a hypothesis. Now, a hypothesis is defined as something that's not clear-cut, it's not quantified yet. It's a general feeling that based on the work that we do, and the work that we do quite well, and the sort of company issues that we solve for our customers, your company seems to be one of those that has some of those issues. So I'd like to explore that. But before I do, let me share with you how we've done it for some other customers. And this is where you bring out some great references, some case studies, and some testimonials. Not too many, maybe one or two. And you keep it very high level. We had a customer that was dealing with these issues, which are common in your industry right now. Or some of these challenges, which in previous discussions you've told me your company has. This is what we did for them. This is how it helped them. This was the result. And based on knowing that our company was a good fit for them, the hypothesis I want to explore with you is that our company could be a good fit for you as well. And that's what we'd like to explore in this meeting today. So I have a few questions that I've prepared that will help me understand a little bit more about your company's situation. And at the end of that, if I feel like there's a link that I can add some value, I'll let you know. If there's not, I'll let you know that as well. Does that sound fair enough? The customer will say, sure. And once that's happened, you've earned the right to ask them questions in context that they'll understand that you're trying to add value for them and that you're a professional that has a prescriptive process of discovery that helps save everybody time. It certainly will help avoid the challenge that some salespeople have where they launch into a passionate presentation about all the great things that they do, and then the customer says, well, whoa, let me just stop you there. What do you know about our business? How can you say that all of those things matter to me? You never want to be in that situation. So, before making a value proposition, always start with a hypothesis and invite the customer to explore this with you and have their input. Collaboratively, together, you'll discover whether what their needs are is something that your company can help them with. Once you've got that as a foundation, the sky's the limit. You're on a great track to add value and have the customer with you on side, that the discussion makes sense. They understand that you're putting them first rather than just trying to pitch something that's going to lie in your pocket. It's an entirely different approach to the majority of salespeople who just turn up and pitch and putt. That's not who you are. That's not where success is made. So take a step back, take a breath, talk about the value hypothesis, share an idea about what you've done with similar customers, and ask the customer if it's okay to explore those needs with them, and ask some great questions to dig out what their challenges are, so that then what you tell them your company does will be relevant. That's the value of the value hypothesis.